Okay, so here we are. This is our texture. I've made some adjustments to these textures generated from Dido. Of course, I've added some additional scratches and some small updates to this texture. So you can see I was working in Maya with this flat lighting. It's better for editing just the albedo texture because it's without any kind of shading. So right now you can see we still don't have textures for the other parts because they are on the separate textures. So let's hide them right now, and we will be working still on this main weapon texture. So one more thing I want to show you is a small trick. You can see when we zoom out this weapon we have these white lines, and this is because when we zoom out our texture resolution is smaller and some of the sections between our textures are appearing in these places. So we have to fix this because this looks really ugly when the weapon is far away. So this is there is a one easy way to do this. We can just go to albedo and change the color to some darker color similar to the colors of the weapon. But let's do this more advanced method. We want to create something like a dilation. So to do this, let's select all the layers, all the masks I mean. Control Shift and just select all the masks, and this way we've selected our texture. Create new layer, we can put it on the top and we can fill it with a white color, for example. Right now I would like to open albedo texture, but of course I want to open a targa file, which is one layer. And one more thing before we will do this, we want to turn off the dust on our layer because I don't want dust right now, and let's save it again as a targa. Okay, so right now we can open this targa file without any dust. So we've opened the targa file without any dust. Let's duplicate this mask that we've created. Like this, and this is just because I want to select all the space between this. Of course I can go with the magic wand and do it like this, but I don't have selected right now. You can see, for example, these spaces between some parts. So I rather will use a mask. It's more a safe way to do things. So I will control click on the map on this layer to select all the pixels, and what I will do, I want to change this selection, and I will use a contract, and I will set it to 2 pixels, for example. And let's turn it off. go to a base layer and click just delete. And of course we have to inverse our selection, and right now we can click delete. We want to delete all the space between our parts. And right now we will use a magic X normal dilation option, which will fill this space between, and you can just set the radius and click do it. So what X normal was doing is just taking the pixels on the border of the part of the texture and is duplicating these values and expanding them. So something like this. Of course we have some transparent space, and we can fill this space just with a basic color like this, and let's merge it. So something like this we can copy and paste on the bottom of our albedo, so you can see it will nicely fill all this empty space on our texture. We can of course turn on our dust or off. Let's save our texture. We can't save because it's open already, so click no, and this one will save. And let's save it right now, and let's preview. So you can see all these white lines disappear. Of course our dust disappeared too right now, but we wanted just to get rid of these white lines. We can turn the dust and see if everything works with the dust. So I'm happy with this result. Of course the best way will be to do this dilation process on the old texture, maybe on the gloss, because there might be some issues with this, or just changing the background color for most simple scenarios will do the job.